If you'd like to sponsor Still Got Game, give us a call at 773-527-2961 or email us at podcast@tooltoplay.com. Hey now, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Still Got Game, episode 485. Still Got Game's the official podcast of tooltoplay.com. I am, as always, Derek D. Smooth Nolan.
I am I6 Hitman.
Hi, I'm Chris Selden, 007 Selden.
And we're back after a bunch of offset holidays. That's what happens in Canada. They celebrate everything a week early, and then we celebrate ours, and it is what it is. But we're back, and we're here with a new show for y'all. So hopefully you didn't miss us too much, and you didn't cry. But we are back, and we're going to provide you some quality entertainment tonight. If you're in chat, feel free to jump on in there and give us some topics you'd like to hear about. But other than that, we have an outline that we can rock from, so we'll just jump right in the show proper.
Quality content is very questionable, though.
It's in the eye of the beholder hit.
Definitely.
So why don't we just jump into the mailbag for feedback and questions from our last episode? And remember, if you want to leave us a voicemail, it will cut you off after a minute. OG Clutch comments. So apparently I was too quick with my comment. Please let Electrify know that if it was a breath of fresh air to have her back on the show, and we hope she returns for good soon.
Got some bad news for you.
Yeah, it's going to be a busy summer, OG Clutch. We got a lot going on in the Nolan household, so you're lucky to have me show up for an episode. But I don't think we're going to see her probably for a month or two.
We'll be lucky to have her by Christmas.
and that will probably overlap with Hit's air conditioning season, which he usually happens to us during the summer, where Hit has to miss a bunch of episodes because air conditioning and electricity in Canada is different than here for some reason. But yeah, there'll be some slim weeks during the summertime. If we can find a quality guest host to come on, maybe we'll bring someone else on, since
There's that word again.
quality. Yeah, since James Yontag Yont seems to have be taking a break from the show also for a bit.
A lot of seams also,
If I use seems, it's not true, Hit. Okay, it seems that these things are happening. So yeah, I'll be reaching out to some friends to come guest host with us, and make sure we have at least a good complement of hosts. So.
Be here most of the time.
Yeah. You become reliable, Selden. Next up, personal Spike comments. I discovered your show back at the beginning of the year and have quickly become a super fan. I started listening to your back episodes and have finished 2013 and moved on to 2014. Thanks for the volumes and volumes of content.
2013. When is that? Is
He
that
went to the
before us?
well. He was definitely to the well.
What era of
That's
the show is that?
Me and Joel Dude I Rock Albert, maybe pre-video?
You think it's pre-video? Or is it
were we doing video?
Or is it video?
Were we doing video when we were gaming under the influence?
No.
Okay, so those are I looked up where 2013 was, and those are gaming under the influence shows.
Because you did Still Got Games before I even came, right? And then I came, and that's when we did video.
Yep, yeah, that's very possible. Yeah, so I guess we were doing Still Got Game before you brought video to us. So yeah, so these are still audio shows at this point. Just Jay and I.
Interesting.
Too old to type podcast.
Is also it? Could Derek have been on it?
Other Derek
Code,
Schomer?
Code,
Yeah, Code.
Code Monkey.
By the time that Jay was on with me every week, he had already. I think he stopped.
When did he leave?
I think 2012.
Oh, so there's a chance that he could have been listening to Code Monkey.
There is a chance at the beginning of 2013. Yeah.
I think you got to listen to the Code Monkey era, at least like the tail end of it, to get a real grasp of like everyone that's been on the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No. Code was like the perfect antithesis to me. Whenever I like something, he hated it, and he was not shy in his opinions in the least. And if you think that I swear too much and make the show unmarketable, Code was definitely the guy that would say stuff like "shove it up her ass" or stuff like that. Like he had no filter. So those were some good times. And ironically, those are the times where we had the most sponsors. So
yeah.
explain that to me. That was the era where we had Netflix when they still shipped DVDs. We had I forget who our other big sponsors were back in the day.
Holy shit! Yeah, the DVD thing.
Yeah, because we used to tell you how many DVDs you would get in their plans, and we talked about their plans. Like, yeah, it was a different era. So if you didn't go all the way back in the catalog, Personal Spike, definitely go back to the Code Monkey era. But at least someone's listening to the back catalog, so thank you, and we're good to have you as a super fan. So a self-proclaimed super fan, even. So if you go back far enough, Selden was just a guy that listened to the show and called in comments. So you can hear him as a caller. You can hear him as a commenter like yourself. I used to say
voicemail.
Yeah. He would either leave us voicemails or you get a Selden 007 asks, or in the shows when we used to get a lot of bloopers, it would start out like this: "Hey guys, this is Selden 007. I have a question for you, and fuck. All right, I'm gonna call back." And I would make sure to put all the failed calls in the outtakes at the end of the show. But during the show, it was his one quality voicemail message. But yeah, it was a different time. So yeah, definitely if you go back as far as you like. But yeah, the shows are fantastic through all the eras. But I do appreciate you listening, and it was probably nice for you over the last month to have actual content to listen to. So all right. Next up, it's like a play on words. Paxum 420, but it's spelled with a K and a SUM. Paxum 420 asks, what AAA titles? No one writes AAA that way. You write AAA. Sorry, Paxum. You were probably super baked. Paxum asks, what AAA titles are you looking forward to most this year, and why?
I was looking at this earlier, and I was like,
I got nothing. I'm not looking for anything.
Originally it was Starfield, but now that got pushed back.
Got pushed out. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. Halo
getting fixed?
Maybe no,
actually coming out, being released.
yeah. I don't know. Would you consider Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 the remake?
Warzone. I'm changing my answer. Warzone. Yeah, I forgot about Warzone. That's this year. But other than that, it was Starfield, but
yeah, this is the year of no AAAs.
Yeah, I'm just afraid that everything's getting pushed, and I'm not trying to build my anticipation for a AAA title this year that's coming out.
No, I'd much rather have a AAA title that was released and came out as a single A title, get the AAA treatment, and get fixed.
Yeah, but Starfield was definitely on my list, but yeah, they got pushed. Yep. So
yeah,
right, so we all agree there ain't shit. So pack another bowl and
Warzone.
And we'll see you at Call of Duty time. All right. Last but not least, Altius asks, with Summer Game Fest 2022 coming up later this week, what are you all most excited about? Surely Jeff Keighley will have some surprises up his sleeve as well. Do you think this will become the next E3?
Look, man, E3 is dead. You gotta give it up. It's dead. What's gonna grow out of it is, I think it's just gonna be like everyone doing their own thing. I don't think there's gonna be like a overarching,
like one show to rule them all.
Yeah. And like I over the years, I'm probably expecting a lot of like people to start separating from each other, giving distance to each other so they get more spotlight on their announcements.
No,
I could just see that happening.
I could see that too.
Cause like when's the Xbox?
Uh,
It's Sunday, right?
the
But
first one
when
is
it's the
Sunday, and
12th? I feel like that's the latest date I've ever heard the Microsoft event happening. But I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But it feels like it's late, a lot, like at least like a week later than usual.
you know,
But I don't
it
know.
depends on the year because E3 has been.
I
I've
always
been
thought it
there
was
as
like the
early as
first week of June.
it's always been either June 5th to 9th or 7th to 12th or whatever. So it laps over those first 2 weeks depending on when the weekends end up.
Guess.
Because it was always a Sunday through a Thursday.
But you know what I mean though? Like I
Yeah.
just feel like it's just gonna E3's dead. Like everyone's gonna do their own thing. They're gonna keep doing what they've been doing the last 2 years.
Yeah.
And I don't see that changing. I've always said that. Like once these guys figure out that it's cheaper and better to do this online thing that they've been doing, like why do a physical show and
The only thing they're losing is their direct contact with the buyers from brick and mortars, but that we've said
that's
for
also
10
going
years it's
away
going
too.
away. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so like yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone's just gonna do their own thing. Keely's thing maybe being at the top or most prestigious thing happening, yeah,
Yeah.
but I think it'll still be
Individual things as well. Yep.
yeah.
I would agree.
Sony does their thing, Microsoft does their thing.
I
Hell, Microsoft might even do their thing and like spread it out and be like 343 and those guys, first party ones, like on one week, and then a week later it's the Bethesda part of it, and then a week later it's like
mm,
all their like split up studios, like because they think about it, they own so many studios now. Like now they're gonna be like stepping over each other to like really announce stuff. So they might need to like separate themselves too. Who knows? I don't know. We got to see how this Microsoft event goes and like gauge to see how they move forward with Activision now in the fold as well.
yep.
The most interesting thing I'm looking for is to get more details on the family Game Pass plan. See if they actually release more details of what it's going to cost. What the powers that you'll have within it and stuff like that. Just because
Hours.
that's well, like how many users can be in the family, and do they have to share the same IP address, or can they be at multiple
Oh,
different
like
IP
what Netflix is
addresses?
doing, cracking down on the
Yeah,
sharing.
yeah, the network share password thing that Netflix is doing. So it's an interesting market to see what they're going to do with it going into that. But yeah, that's really the only thing I'm looking forward to. I mean, I'm looking forward to see what the individual, as you said, the 343s, the EAs, and stuff like that have to say about what's coming out, because really we're in a drought right now with everything getting pushed and everything like that. So
Yep.
honestly, for 343, they should just set up like one of those dunk tanks or a bunch of dunk tanks and put the 343 guys in there and let fans take a shot at them.
Oh, I'm sure that would make tons of money. So.
That are paintball guns and have them stand at the end of the range.
Yep. Or hatchets. One or the other.
Well, I don't know about.
All right. Well, great question, Altius. And if any of you have questions, comments, or feedback like these gentlemen and ladies, give us a call at 773-527-2961 or email us at podcast@tooledtoplay.com. And on that, why don't we hop on over to what we're playing? Hey, what have you been playing this week?
Nothing really. I played like 4 matches of Warzone on Saturday, and that was about it.
No.
Yeah, maybe Sea of Thieves a couple weeks ago.
You finish
But
your
yeah,
new
gaming
season
has been what?
of Sea of Thieves, the new event?
But the adventure?
Whatever the
Yes.
new thing is. You see, you did finish that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
which I think ends tomorrow. I think. But yeah, I did that. Actually, yeah, it ends tomorrow. We find out whether or not they're gonna destroy the Golden Sands outpost or if it's gonna be saved.
No. See?
They have this event where like if you like trade in supplies to help rebuild it, or you can help destroy it by like
Not
bombing
helping.
it, bombing
Interesting.
it. Yeah, and like stopping people from repairing it.
Nice.
It's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But that was
It's
I
different.
did yeah I did what I needed to do in that first couple days, and then
That was it.
yeah, that was it. Wait for the next adventure.
Mhm.
Yeah. So what about you, Southern?
Main game has been Elden Ring's been just grinding through that game, having a lot of fun with it still. Other than that, the hockey bug caught me with all the playoffs going on, so I've been playing a lot of NHL 2022.
Mm.
Uh,
Bought that, or is that like on Game Pass or
it's
something?
on Game Pass, so
Oh, is it
yeah,
really?
yeah. So it's a lot of fun. Like I went back to the 1994 controller setup
Ah,
because
nice.
I couldn't do the flick switch
Is that on PC?
controllers. I'm not sure. But yeah, started playing through a season of that. So I've been having, in between watching hockey and getting that hockey kick, it's been a lot of fun actually playing that game, going back, and
Nice.
it's been a long time since I played a sports game for a while. So
Mm.
other than that, my other main game has been I've been running the low altitude challenges and the Top Gun Maverick add-on
Oh
for
yeah, I
Flight
did.
Sim.
I
Yeah.
tried that too. Yeah, I
Yeah,
tried it
so
out for like a couple minutes.
it's tight, man. It's a lot of fun. It's they got like 5 low altitude flight challenges. They have a land on an aircraft challenge, and then the stealth bomber challenge thing.
Does it give you the need,
The
Oh, it
need for
the
definitely gives you the
need
need
for
for speed.
speed?
Oh yeah, I'm working on my banking and my over the mountain range type of dips and dives to try to keep the as low altitude as possible flying through there and then keeping the speed up. It's a lot of fun. So, and it's cool because it's got individual leaderboards, so you can compare it against all your friends and see how you ranked up against everybody else.
How
So
many friends are playing this?
I got about 7 people right now showing on there.
Mhm.
But anybody wants to, hit me up so we can compare scores on there. Yeah, definitely hit me up on Xbox, Selden 007. So
Nice.
it's a lot of fun. It's definitely cool. So
Mm.
other than that, just the Switch Sports. So playing a lot of bowling with the family.
Interesting.
I like that game.
Yeah, they
That game's
definitely
fun.
recaptured the Wii bowling again. So it's got that same good feel. So how about you, Derek? What have you been playing?
I struggle, and I put in one night of Phalo Infinite each week, and it's painful every time you look at the challenges to do your thing, and you're like, I don't want to play that mode. Or if even if I to get that mode, I have to play quick play, which gives me a random chance of 1 in 10 to get that mode. And then in that mode, I need to get a 1 in 10 chance or a 1 in 4 chance of the map spawning with that certain weapon of the map variants. And even then, I have to be the person to get that weapon and get the kill. It's the most broken battle pass and weekly challenge game in the history of games. It's fucked up.
The history.
Can you name another battle pass that was more fucked up?
First season of Apex.
No, even that was better.
I don't even know.
Yeah. So
I don't even know.
that's been painful. So basically, I put in a night of that, and then I'm getting caught up on TV shows and other shit, uh, movies, you name it. But yeah, it's been minimal video games like Hit was going for. Like we have standards. It's not like when Selden runs out of video games, he just tries new stuff. Like, so I'll play this weird thing. I'll play that. Selden's like the Mikey of video games. Like, give it to Mikey. He'll play anything. So that's our give it to Selden.
Have you played Tunic yet?
I
This
told
would
you,
be a perfect time for you to take on Tunic.
I told you, I tried it on the backbone, but then
Uh,
things got crazy here. We got a lot of stuff going on in the Nolan house, so But yeah, maybe that'll be something I pick up when everything's all packed up and I have no PCs or consoles to use. Yeah. But yeah, that's it for me. So, all right, on that, why don't we hop on over into the new releases? And the first two new releases are really one new release, and they're both pieces of shit. So when like riding a bike games come out, it's put out on PC as Pro Cycling Manager 2022, and it's put out on consoles as Tour de France 2022. Uh, but could there be a more boring game? I guess Train Simulator or any of those.
Here we go.
Yeah, this
Here
is
we
the
go.
lowbrow
Singling
of
out
games.
all the parts of the community, right? In this instance.
Do
Here
you
we
really
go.
think we have Train Simulator fans on the show?
Hey, we're sitting now. We don't. Now we definitely don't. Before it was questionable. Now it's a guarantee.
Well, now we don't have to worry about that in the future. That can be our go-to. Train
What if
Simulator
what
fans.
what if Personal Spike is part of the fucking? You don't know. You didn't say.
I guess you don't know. You don't know. You just never know. You just like you never know if any of your friends are a weird foot fetish guy.
Exactly.
And now we just alienated all the weird foot fetish guys.
Yeah, done. Oh man, that's probably surprisingly a large percentage we just lost.
Oh, next thing we're gonna alienate the furry population, and then who knows how much of our audience is left. So, yeah, I have no interest in either of these games. I don't want to ride a bike virtually.
Yeah.
It's just such a weird choice of game to make. I think it's just I
Hey man, we have
don't
Lawn
know.
Simulator. We have
guess,
so many simulator games right now. A bike one makes way more sense than some of these other
Then
ones.
trains or lawnmowers.
There's one where you're power washing a house. Have you
Oh
fucking
yes,
seen
yeah, I've
this
seen
one?
that one. Yeah.
A power washer simulator? Is that what this fucking thing's called?
Yep, there
And
goes
are
all of our
you
Home Depot
fucking
and Lowe's fans. Yep. We've alienated our Home Depot and Lowe's people now. Thanks, Hit.
Oh man!
Like I didn't drop
think
a big
about
enough
that.
bomb, and then you were like, whoosh, whoosh.
Take that, Home Depot.
Oh, yes. So now that we have this intimate audience listening,
Yeah.
let's,
Now we've called the herd.
yes, we've literally thinned things out. The other new release out this week is Mario Strikers Battle League. And Hit was trying to fucking pre-download those at the beginning of the show.
It's
so we know
already
he's done.
downloaded.
Oh, nice.
It's downloaded and installed. Ready to go, ladies and gentlemen.
Friday morning, you're good to go.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
mean, this looks like a good title. I mean, this definitely looks like one of a keystone of what Nintendo puts out, and it's got all the characters you love. I don't know if I'm going to pick it up or not. I want to, but
Wow.
I just don't know if I want to.
There go all the soccer fan listeners down the drain, which is a lot of people, Selton. Soccer is the most popular game in the world.
And not just soccer fans, but battle soccer fans. Like,
yeah.
Damn.
Man.
I was just keeping my mouth shut. I wasn't going to say how dumb I thought this game was, but Selden's like, yeah, you guys are idiots for buying it. And Hit's like, I already bought it, download it. Like, could the
I get my battle soccer fixed by playing
something on Game
Rocket
Pass.
League, yes.
Something on Game Pass.
No, Rocket League.
That was a nice insult though, Hit. It was
it
didn't fit in this situation, but it was the answer to almost anything Selden had said there except for what he said.
Yeah.
You can check my Xbox game history this past week. I did play some Rocket League. So
what I'd rather see is your download history percentage wise from what's available on Game Pass to what you've actually downloaded. I believe mine is probably less than 1%. I believe yours is probably above 75%.
Well, now with all those Game Pass games being allowed to be played on the cloud, I don't have to download any.
Oh, I guess now you've just masqueraded your addiction, but yes, yeah. But, all right. Well, I guess that wraps up our new releases. So why don't we hop on over to gaming news? It's a light week this week, but I'll kick it off. First story. Xbox and Bethesda will host a second game showcase 2 days later on June 14th. So, as you know, and we talked about our last episode, that Xbox and Bethesda are doing their game showcase this coming Sunday. They're going to show off a whole bunch of shit, but they're not doing the deep cut stuff. You only have so much time. So instead of being like, well, let's do a 4-hour showcase, Xbox and Bethesda were like, main stuff here. 2 days later, we'll do all like the little things that we also want people to know about. They probably don't need to pay whoever the people that are doing the main presentation are. It's actually a little bit genius. They could even go like the Sony cheapskate style, which is basically just all trailers on that second one. Who knows? But yeah, so in a 3-day period, there will be 4.5 to 5 hours of new Xbox / Bethesda game content and reveals busted out to the general populace. So I'm all for this. What do you guys think?
It only makes sense. I mean, to do their own
They have,
thing and
like it's what I was
do
saying
it whenever they
earlier.
want.
They have so
Yeah.
much shit, right? Like, and they don't need to follow fucking E3s anymore, right? So
Yeah, you don't need to fit
maybe
in two
this
and a
is
half hours. Yeah.
maybe this is the beginning of that.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
No.
I'm excited. I'll be watching both days. So.
Yeah. They
All
have
right.
so much shit to show. Like
Oh, I know.
you can't fit it all in at once.
In 2.5 hours. No. If you want to cover the full
They
breadth and scope of your upcoming releases,
do they own Activision now? Is that finalized?
it's not. So they can't wrap all that in yet
So
until that
it's
goes through.
but like Call of Duty Warzone trailer is gonna be shown at the Xbox event, right?
Maybe there's a
Because
lot.
like that's nothing like it was nothing that hasn't happened in the past.
I
Like
know.
there was
So
no,
you
you
just
know,
give it. So the way they get around that is, as they're still a free entity, you just pick which one of the events you want your thing shown at. So it's very
right,
possible that it will be shown at the Microsoft one, despite them not technically owning them at this point.
right,
Yep. Yep.
right,
Yep.
right. Okay.
Yep.
And I think it probably wouldn't be like advertised as a first party.
No, wouldn't be first party. Wouldn't
Yeah,
be exclusive. All this has to go
yeah, it
through
wouldn't be exclusive. Yeah,
so much
exactly.
approval. Yep. Yep.
Right,
Yep.
right.
So, all right. Next story.
Nintendo's not attending Gamescom. Not in a big surprise that Nintendo's pulling out of Gamescom for this year. It's usually a pretty big event for them, but they've opted to do a lot more of the regional type of shows in Europe instead of going to the Gamescom. This might be a better way to get the handheld out into the hands of more consumers by going to all these little individual shows rather than the big one. So, I mean, they're not pulling out completely of doing shows. It's just Gamescom, I guess, this year didn't meet their
See,
requirements of what they wanted to do. So
see, this one actually did surprise me because Gamescom is not like a traditional industry show. It's kind of a blend between industry show and consumer show, and it's huge.
It's
It's
fucking the biggest.
yes.
yeah,
So
Not even close to second place.
yeah. So to sit out of the only thing that size is Tokyo Game Show, and that's a little smaller than this. So, yeah, it's a big move on Nintendo's part, which is, does it have anything to do with still the lingering post coronavirus world, or is it that are they just out of the cons game and they're just not going to do conventions anymore and try to do their own digital online events and small localized events?
I think
don't
it's a
know.
little everything, to be honest.
Yeah.
because
No,
they're a
I wasn't saying.
Japanese company,
Yeah,
right?
I was.
Yeah.
I think they take COVID a little bit differently than we do. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep.
A little bit more cautious. Um, yeah, I think it's a little bit of everything, to be honest. Yeah.
And honestly, I mean, when was the last Nintendo Direct? Anyways, I'm like, they've been in a drought of
Oh,
releasing
no,
information in a long time,
Didn't
haven't
yeah,
they
they?
but
just
for a
do
while
one
they
like
were doing one. Yeah, they do one like once a month.
yeah,
Like
it's
I feel
still
like they were
once a
doing
month.
too many a while.
Yeah, yeah. For a while it seemed like once a week, and now
Yeah, it was
now we're
like,
down
yo,
to a
slow
reasonable
down,
amount.
guys.
Yes, yeah, yeah. But yeah, I thought it's
I
like
thought
every
it's been
month or
like 3
two.
months since I last saw one. So
And that it really doesn't have any significance now. Now it's to the point where it's just like it's just a
it's a
blog update.
commercial. It's a
Yeah,
commercial for your company. Yeah, that you created enough hype for that people want to watch the commercial. I guess it's no different than the Xbox and Bethesda showcase, but
like how much advertising does Nintendo really need to do, right? Like if they don't, if they were to release Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 like tomorrow, just be like, surprise, motherfuckers!
with zero ad
Download
spend,
now.
zero
With
ad
zero,
spend, it would still sell.
it would be the biggest selling game of all time. I
Yeah.
guarantee you.
But because they're a Japanese company and they know how the system works, they're gonna still put ad spend, but they really don't need to. It's between word of
It's true.
mouth and just the ultimate
The names of their IPs.
fanboy shit that Nintendo fans have. You could release Nintendo Breath of the Wild 2 and your fucking Switch could punch you in the dick and they'd be like, I didn't see that coming. That was a great game. Fucking, I can't wait for Breath of the Wild 3. Like that's how Nintendo fans are. They see the upside of everything. They can't see the wrong of things. So I don't think they would need any advertising to make a killing, but they will because on paper that's the way you launch a game. It's
but then
fucked up.
you take that into the con game. I'm like the comms game. Like, do they even really need to go to a games con?
No, they
I
they
don't know.
they don't. They don't
They
need
don't.
any conventions, but they do it to keep that fan hype up. Like the years that they let in the piece of shit blue badges into E3, the fans and the doors open and all the civilized media are like strolling in. Those they were like fucking rabid dogs. The fucking spittling out of the corner of their mouths, all their Nintendo shirts on, and they all are running and pushing each other trying to get to the Nintendo booth. Like they're a different breed, a sub
We
breed.
just we just lost all the Nintendo fans.
They're subhuman. Yes.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, but like Nintendo could release the next Mario Kart, or they could release the next, Breath of the Wild. They could, at without notice, and they would sell like hot. So,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. They don't
So,
spend any
It's
on
kind of the
marketing.
same thing about Valve and
Yeah.
Half-Life. If they were to release Half-Life 3 with no
No,
advertisement,
it just shows up on Steam
it
one
would be the
day.
biggest game of all time.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
it would be insane. It's kind of like isn't that how they launched Half-Life 2? Weren't they like we're launching Half-Life 2 tomorrow.
No.
And the only way to get it is through this thing that we're making called
The
Steam,
Yep.
right? And they were like, you can get it, but you got to do this Steam thing.
No, yeah,
And
that's what they do all along. And they're like, oh, you want Portal 2? Here's Orange Box. You have to buy all of these games to get the Portal 2. And you're like, of course I will. I'll buy all this stuff. Yeah, no worries. And probably the only thing most people played out of that was Portal 2. Yeah, certain companies can write their own paychecks, and other companies are at that point, but they don't realize that they can do that. So.
you know what's another one? Not to like continue this segment, but GTA 6. Like
Oh yes, yeah. GTA is the same way. Yeah.
And that's
Tomorrow
what's
they could be
funny is
like,
they spend so much money on marketing. Like
No,
when it's gonna
and they
come
don't
time
need
for that
to.
game to come out, they're gonna be spending tons of
Yeah,
marketing,
but they
and they
don't need
don't
to.
need to.
No, they could
They
be
don't need
like,
to spend it on.
they're like, tomorrow we're shutting down the GTA 6 online servers, and the next day GTA 7 online comes out, and people be like, well, I don't want to miss out on any of this. Like it's literally all you need is a news blurb, and it's like GTA 7 fastest selling game of all time, blah blah blah. But
Well, they have so
uh,
much money that they
yep,
just like, we got to figure out how to spend some.
yep. All right, next story.
All right, I got the next one. Marvel's Spider-Man series passes 33 million sold.
Mm,
This is from Game Developer. News of the sales milestone comes alongside the announcement that both Marvel Spider-Man and Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales are being remastered for a PC release.
yep.
So there was a lot of news. This came out of the mistake me if I'm wrong, but this came out of the little event thingy they had.
Yeah, the PlayStation, the thing they
What's it
did last
called?
week.
State of Play.
State of
Is
Play.
that it?
Yep, yep,
Yeah.
yep.
So yeah. I mean that number makes sense. Like everyone that got a PS5 got that fucking game, right? Like
It's a
it made
huge
only made sense. It was one of the best games ever made, and then we're also throwing the sequel to it, and they're all gonna be compatible with PS5, and here you go.
Yep.
And it made sense. Like
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Now,
right.
just tangentially, a story we missed in the last month when we were doing shows was that Microsoft was offered the exclusivity for Spider-Man and passed up on it.
What do you mean? What? I hear
From
this.
what's the my buddy James Stevenson? What company does he work for that puts out Spider-Man? They also did the roller skate game, where you're skating on the power lines and shit. Who makes fucking Spider-Man? Now you're gonna make me Google it live on the show.
Insomniac?
Insomniac, yes. So Insomniac first went to Microsoft and offered them this is an exclusive, the first original Spider-Man game, and they had passed up on it.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
And Sony is now bought,
Insomniac,
right? Okay.
I believe so. Yep.
I don't know what happened there.
I don't know.
Anyway.
Yep.
I'm very pumped about the PC announcement though.
Are you gonna replay these on PC?
Definitely.
Are you
For
gonna
the
play?
remastered versions on
Are
PC,
you gonna play
like
keyboard and mouse, or are you gonna play controller?
controller.
Yeah, it's the right answer.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Can I remote play that to my Xbox?
No. All right. Next story. I'll take this one. This also came out of PlayStation's State of Play event. PSVR 2's Horizon Call of the Mountain debut trailer shows off first-person robot combat. So first off, this PSVR 2 has fucking amazing specifications to it. High resolution per eye, 4 built-in cameras for localization presence, built-in eye tracking cameras to see where you're looking and adjust your FOV based on where your eyes are looking. Single USB-C connection to the PlayStation 5. The hardware is badass, but and I know I can't talk about this in the story, but if you were to watch this debut trailer, it's
Which I'm doing
badass.
right now.
Oh, nice. So Hit is using our real-time showtime to view this trailer, but PSVR 2 is the real thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of pumped for it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like this will be the first really, really good entry level VR option.
I would say this is even above entry level.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying more entry level in the sense of like it's just easier for people to get
Oh yeah,
into because
so
it's like
because you're
more
buying one
mainstream.
thing and you already have a PlayStation 5. Yeah,
No, no, no.
you
It's
don't need
just
a
from this
PC.
fact that like, yeah, you don't need a PC.
Yep,
Like it
yep,
works with your PlayStation. Like
yep, yep.
it's gonna be a lot more user friendly. You don't have to worry about drivers or like you
You're
just
not hanging
plug and
sensors
play.
around the room. It's all
Right.
built into the headset. Yep, yeah,
There's
no.
gonna be tons of people that anyone that has a PS5 basically is like has this option.
Yeah, if you have
So
a PS5, you have a VR ready PC for this.
right,
Yes, yeah.
right,
Yep.
and a good one at that too. It's not
Oh,
even don't sell it short. It's a good machine.
no,
And then
absolutely.
combined with the hardware for this thing,
Oh, this thing's badass.
it's gonna be a good combo.
It'll be interesting to see how it stacks up against the Quest 2 Pro when it comes out.
That's what I was gonna say. It's probably the biggest competitor will be the new Quest
Yep.
2. The yeah. Do we know if
Because
this is wireless?
It has the one
no,
wire for the USB-C. That's all it is. It's one single cable.
yeah,
I mean,
that's
that's the one
once
thing about the Quest 2 that
I don't
people
yeah,
think the
like.
Quest 2 is ever going to reach this level without uh, some
I mean,
kind of
you can
hard.
plug it in wired as well. It has the
No, I guess
option,
that's true. Yeah. So
but
instead of using
it's
the
a lot
wireless
better with
area.
the cable,
Yeah. No.
definitely.
yeah.
So
The specs on the Quest 2 Pro are significantly above what the Quest 2 is right now, and it's supposed to be on a comparable level to the PSVR. They say, but
yeah,
it'll be interesting because they're definitely going to go head to head when both these systems release. So,
I guess their selling point is you don't need a PlayStation. But yeah.
well, you don't need it in a PC with the
Yeah.
Quest 2
Yeah.
Pro.
Yeah.
So,
Obviously PC preferred as we just talked about. But yeah.
Yeah, I think yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, if you want the true breadth of VR, even with the Quest 2 now, you really need to have a PC with
I
it.
think it's a cool feature that it lets you do both, but I
Yeah,
think you're really selling yourself short if you don't go wired. Like
yeah.
it which then makes the wireless kind of redundant,
Yeah,
but
you can play some silly
I
games
don't
like
know.
that exercise game that everybody loves and all that other shit, but if you want a real VR experience, you're already tethering that to a PC. So,
the
Anyway,
tether
yeah.
cable playing as much VR as I have, that cable's a pain in the ass. Even if you suspend it above your head, you're always twisting that fucking cable.
mm,
So, we'll see.
not everybody spends like 30
But
seconds just spinning in circles trying to figure out where they are and yeah.
but this game does look amazing.
Yep.
As I said, my fears early on with this game was that was an on the rail type of shooter. It still has a lot of aspects of an on the rail shooter in their trailers, but there definitely seems to be branching out from that to
That's
have.
that's the thing. I think that's a limitation about VR. Like
Yep.
everything's on rails.
Everything is. Yep.
Like I just don't see it going anywhere else anytime soon.
Until we get the 360-degree treadmills, you're gonna
And
need
not
it.
even that, but just like stopping people from getting sick.
No, that too.
Like that's another
Yeah,
thing too, right? Like
Yep.
you introduce motion in there, and it doesn't matter who you are. Like it affects everyone differently.
Yep.
There's too much randomness to it. I don't know.
I don't know. I just think this is a big plus from the industry, big plus for VR, and
Oh yeah,
we're gonna
definitely.
see a huge boost from this. So I would assume this is on the Nolan shopping list at some point too. So
how much dust you have to knock off your PlayStation to plug it in?
oh, it'll be dusted for the move. So yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
yes,
true.
yeah.
I wonder if they'll come out with a PC version of that game, given that Horizon is already on PC.
Yeah.
PlayStation's usually pretty exclusive on their VR titles. At least
content,
they're locked in for at least a couple years.
yeah.
Like that Moss game was on the PlayStation VR.
Yeah, but then
about a
Werewolves
year or 2
Within is on
years.
both, and that was a launch. That was a PSVR launch.
Was it?
Werewolves Within, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was
I mean,
like one of
Moss
the
eventually
big
came to
showcase.
the other platform, like to Valve or Steam. I'm sorry, but it took a while before it came in. So I wouldn't imagine that this game's going to come PC right away. Probably
Not right away.
No,
it'll be one of
definitely
the
some
timed
time in between.
exclusives like they have. So
it could happen.
1 to 2 years, something like that. Yeah.
no, they're definitely going to want to push the PSVR 2 headset. So
Yeah.
All right. Next story.
It's you, Selden, right?
Yeah, I'm just looking at the ones we have, and
Don't take the one fucking highlighted.
well, then I don't see a highlight. All right.
What?
He's on Discord, so pick either of the other two.
All right. Super Nintendo World opens at Universal Studio Hollywood in early 2023. Yay!
Wow, your excitement level's so high.
We've seen images from the Super Nintendo World over in Japan, and
with the
it's
wall,
just it's
the
not
Super Mario wall.
it's just it's not for people like us. It looked like it was made for people that were young teenagers to
Okay, Selden, I gotta interrupt you and go against you on this. I feel like this is exactly your family's place to go. This is right up your alley.
You think it's a family-friendly place?
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
No, if I'm going to a theme park, I'm going to a roller coaster park. I'm going to your Cedar Points. I'm not going to go to a theme park where Mario's jumping around. Like, Disney World has never interested me or anybody in my family. So
interesting. All right.
Really?
Yeah. No, we want more adventure. Yeah. Not stupid characters jumping around. The closest we can say we've been is probably Hershey. That's probably as close to a theme like this.
It's Westworld, man. It's Star Wars Westworld. It's literally called an experience.
So I have no desire to go to the Star Wars
one. Have you booked Galactic Star
Cruiser? What? That's what I'm talking about.
No, have you booked it?
Me?
Yeah.
No. You know how much fucking money that thing is?
It's 6Gs.
I can't justify that.
3 days, 2 nights, yeah.
I can't justify that. No way. Even the semantics of it, man, just looks bad. Like, no.
I know, but there's
I can't go to that thing.
That articles for that are split 50-50. It was great and worth the money, or it was not worth the money.
I know people that went. I haven't talked to them about it yet, but I know 2 people that went.
Maybe Tiff and I will be the guinea pigs for that. So we'll see.
This seems like definitely. This seems like a Derek Tiff kind of adventure.
Yeah, could be. Especially shedding kids left and right. Yeah, might as well.
Did you say slashing children?
No, shedding kids. Like they're off to college, out doing other stuff.
Oh, I thought like Jesus. They went dark side fast after the kids.
But back to the story. I think.
Yeah, back to even I just watched the trailer for the Mario Kart ride that they're gonna have there. It's the same stupid cart on a fucking rail going around. You're not getting to race the goddamn Mario Karts. You put on a headset so you can see VR coins that you have to collect and throw turtle shells. Meanwhile, it's the same oldie time car on a rail ride that you see at every amusement park.
Did you just pronounce old as oldie because it has the E at the end?
It's because I'm making fun of it because it's stupid.
Okay. But that's still pronounced old. You don't have to add the E.
Old time carts. It's stupid. I have no desire to go to the Super Nintendo World, and it's a no fucks given.
All right, sorry, this was a story. I thought this would be a Selden thing. I thought this was a definite go for him.
No.
Family friendly entertainment with no swearing. Yes. All right. Next story.
Oh, that's me. Yeah. Discord finally brings text chat to voice channels. This is coming from Engadget. No more jumping between channels just to coordinate with your squad. So yeah.
Was this a problem for you?
I haven't had a chance to play around with this, but I think it's kind of cool.
See, I don't use Discord a lot, so I didn't understand.
Like with my stream, I do a lot of text to voice. That's how people come into my chat. I can hear. That way I don't miss them.
Yeah.
So like this seems kind of cool. I haven't really looked into it. But I just like that they have another option for people to use. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Like I don't give enough of a shit about Discord to even check it during the day. So, but I figured this was big news because the world was loving this story. So,
Yeah, like if you don't have a mic handy, you can still join
just do
voice and
text. Yeah.
communicate. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, kind of cool.
Excellent.
I wonder if you can change voices.
Well, that would be weird.
That
I'm
would
all about
definitely be
changing
more
voices.
beneficial for your channel because that lady's voice on your channel is annoying.
You think that's the better one out of the ones available?
Oh, you mean let individual people pick their voice? Like,
Yeah, like I can change the voices on mine.
but
I
like to give each individual in the channel, they could pick their voice. So like some little kid could be like,
oh yeah, I, mean,
"Fuck
I think
you,
you
Hitman!
should.
It's me, Johnny from Europe." Yeah. Like,
Yeah, that would get obnoxious over a while.
so hopes they
Maybe
don't let you
maybe
change your voice.
maybe you're allowed to change it per person.
Hit hopes.
I gotta play around with it. I'll get back to you with
All right.
more
All right.
what's it called? With more testing.
All right. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, for
Stay
feedback in a
tuned.
future episode.
Correct.
All right, last story. Amazon takes on PS5 and Xbox scalpers with a new invite system. So this is,
Little too late, motherfuckers.
I don't know.
Little too late. Everyone's got one already.
It's too late, but there's still people like that can't get these on Amazon or anywhere. So I think this is a good change. I did go to look today and I was like, oh yeah, this works. You can do an invite. You can ask for an invite. That way they're limiting scalpers. And I was like, well, why don't they also offer it for the Xbox One S? And you know why? Because not only is that
They're
shit
available.
fucking readily available, but it's on sale on Amazon for $20 off. You can get that thing for $280
Really?
instead of $299 right now.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. So I almost thought of picking one up today to drop in my games case instead of the current console in there for travel, but
It's not
Or
a
when you
bad idea.
move,
yeah, because it's
That's a good
small
when you
games
and
move, you
case
could just
option.
yeah, definitely if you have a
'Cause you can't fit the thing in the
no,
Series X in it.
the Series X.
Right?
No, it was hard enough to fit the original Xbox One in it, and then
Yeah.
so right now there is a Xbox One S in it, but it's not a like the case is tight. If you put a big console in it, you can't put your controller and everything else in it. Right now with the S in it, the Xbox One S, not Series S, uh, it has the controller in it, it has the small power supply, so everything fits in there. So um, yeah, I think I may pick up a Series S just to put in that for a travel gaming console. So some of us would prefer a bigger screen than the backbone. I do love the backbone, Selden, but you
yeah.
know sometimes you just want a screen in front of you. So
Nope, I agree.
all right. Well, that wraps up our gaming news for tonight. If any of you have stories for next week, give us a call, 773-527-2961. Email us at podcast@toolplay.com. You can also comment on this episode's thread in the Tool to Play homepage. And sponsors. If we had them, we'd pimp them, but we don't, so we won't. But we got to bring back Code Monkey to swear and talk about shoving things up people's asses, because that's when you get sponsors like Netflix and I can't even remember who else we had. But yeah, we had some great sponsors back in the day, even though we were the raunchiest we ever were. So if you're out there, you think you want an edgy show and to have us talk about your stuff, give us a call and we'll make a deal. And you'll definitely be better off than you are without us. So, all right, Twitter us up. You can find everything Tool Player at twitter.com/tool to play. You can find everything podcast related at twitter.com/still_got_game. Facebook the fuck out of us, facebook.com/tool to play. We also have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/tool to play. That is a place, one of the many places we broadcast live, but it's also our basically our DVR of archived video content, whether it's episodes of this show, Hits Quick Hits, Tiff's immature interviews, Selden's special shows. Everything is there and on demand at the moment. So if you're not already a follower of our YouTube channel, youtube.com/tool to play, go there and dig through the archive video content, and you will be pleasantly surprised or horrified by what you find. So definitely go there and get your crinkle, crinkle, crinkle on. Please rate and review the podcast on iTunes. We need 5 stars. That's how iTunes does it. You give us 5 stars, you write something nice. Selden's weird fucking Android shit. They probably do thumbs ups, 5 thumbs ups, whatever. 5 hamburgers.
Not even thumbs, it's fingers.
Yes, yeah. Whatever their weird shit is, give us 5, and if they let you write a nice comment, write a nice comment. We have a Twitch channel, twitch.tv/still_got_game. Yet another place where we broadcast the show each and every week. So definitely go there and follow us on Twitch, and it helps out because we used to do it on a different Twitch channel, and we're trying to build this one up, and this one is definitely underfollowed. So even if you're not a viewer and you're just a podcast listener, please just go there, sign up for Twitch, and follow us there, please. All right, please. I'm asking nicely, please.
Please.
Please. Yeah, look at Hit. You can't see it because you're a podcast person.
Starving right now. I need food on my table.
Yeah, you can't see him because you're a podcast person, but literally Hit. It was fantastic acting. He was literally crying. So yeah, he pinched his own nipple to make sure he shed a tear. So yeah, and it was a real tear. We saw it drop.
Is that how they do it? Is that like an insider thing? Did Kevin Smith tell you that?
All right. We also have a Discord. It's at discord.me/stillgotgame. That's discord.me/stillgotgame. That is where you can chat with all of the folks that are fans of this show or the hosts of this show each and every day, all day long. Probably not Yant, but you have a much better chance of talking to Tiff than me. But we're all on there. So definitely go to Discord, discord.me/stillgotgame, and join us there and enjoy the community. On that, why don't we move on over to what we each have that we want to pimp and share this week. So, Hit, what do you got?
Nothing. You looking for me? Good luck. I got nothing. Not promoting anything.
Not even your Linktree.
No.
Wow, this is so hardcore. This is what happens when it doesn't warm up for the show.
No, it's not a warm up. It's been a shift in my social media usage.
Yeah.
So, nothing.
Yeah, you haven't been broadcasting as much lately.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's I got nothing. What about you, Selden?
Hey, you know what? You can always find me on my Linktree at all my different websites and socials at linktr.ee / Jesus Christ, I fucked that up. God damn it. Yeah, find me on Linktree at Selden007. It's got all the links to all my socials.
All right. Well, for all of my socials, you can find me at linktree/Derek Nolan. That's linktr.ee/Derek Nolan. All of my social media accounts are on there, as well as all the things I previously mentioned for the show. So definitely hop on there and follow, and who knows, you might find something interesting. I want to remind you all, you can join us each and every Monday night live at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific at youtube.com/tool2play, facebook.com/tool2play, and twitch.tv/still_got_game. And on that, why don't we wrap up this March Has Too Many Holidays episode up? I am Derek D. Smooth Nolan.
I am I6 Hitman.
I am Chris Selden 007 Selden.